What's up YouTube? My name is Chad. This is the Wisco Boater channel. The last two times I've been out with the boat and had the boat on plane, I've been out one other time just puttering around, but the last two times I've had the boat out and on plane, I've had a issue with the starboard engine where once you get above 2200 RPM, after about 10 or 15 seconds, the right engine, the starboard engine, starts to lose power. Kind of fluctuates RPM a little bit, bring the power down, and then test it again. Kind of does the same thing over and over again. There was one of the days we went out and it ran fine up on plane, running 20-21 miles an hour. So after talking with dock neighbors here and a guy that knows carburetors really well, and also the previous owner of this boat, I have come to the conclusion that the first thing I should look at is the ignition coils. The previous owner had the exact same scenario happen to him, and he replaced the ignition coils, and that took care of the problem. Now, these coils that are on the boat, I've got two coils here. Those are spare parts that came with the boat. They're brand new. These are Napa Echelon, or Echelon, I don't know how you say that, IC14s. These are ignition coils that do not have or do not require an external resistor. I have Petronix Flowmaster 2 ignitions. I haven't found anything that says that it does or does not require the external resistor. However, the previous owner did put coils that required an external resistor on at one point, and they lasted like 5 or 6 hours. Had to replace them, so we put the ones on with no external resistor. So I'm going to replace both of the ignition coils. The left engine's running fine, but if the right engine, if it is the coil, the left engine's probably not too far behind. So I have two coils. I'm going to replace both of them, and I don't know if I'll make this video with a test cruise or not, but obviously I'll replace these, show you how that's done. Pretty simple. We'll go down in the engine room and I'll show you how to get to these coils and do the starboard one first, and then I'll repeat on the port side. Probably won't video both of them, but I'll show you how one of them's done, and we'll see if we can get Thirsty Whale running like a top again. So down to the engine room we go. All right, on the starboard engine, the ignition coil is right here. So not too terrible to get to, but the first thing I'm going to do is take the air intake hose off of the plenum for the carburetor, and then we should be able to see it much easier. It's right down there. So let me get this hose removed, and then we'll remove a coil. All right, with that out of the way, now we can see our coil much easier. You've got, I can't tell which is which, but one of these, you got a positive and negative terminal on the top there. And then you got your wire that goes to the top of the distributor. And then down here, there's a bracket that holds the ignition coil in place. Okay. So pull the wire off the top of the coil, and then I will undo the negative side first, which is this side. I got to be real careful with my tool here because the nut driver does not stay in the tool. It doesn't have the locking pin on it, locking thing in it. So get that loose very carefully. Remove the nut and the washer with the wires. Okay, got the washer and our greenish grayish wires here. Those are our negatives. Those out the way. do think the new coils come with nuts, but I'm not sure. Okay, and our red and purplish wire, that's our positive side. Okay, then I may need to get a stubby screwdriver. I think I'm gonna have to get a stubby. I don't think that's gonna work. It's turning. Okay. Okay. Old coil out. I don't know if this means anything or not yet, but you can hear that. There's something loose or... All right, I'll go up and get the new coil and put the new one in. Okay, so here's the new coil. No external resistor. I did just find out that I only have one of these. The other one that I have that is new does require an external resistor. So I won't be replacing the port side coil today, but at least we can get the engine that wasn't happy again. I will replace the port side engine coil, because I'm not going to go running this without two coils of the same vintage. Okay, that's pretty tight. All right, we'll put our positive on first. Always do positive first on everything, ladies and gentlemen. Lock washer. And nut. Okay, we'll tighten those down in a second. And negative cables, negative wires, lock washer, and nut. Okay, just snug those down so the lock washer squashes. Okay, put our wire back in. Like that. And that's replacing an ignition coil. Wires are good and tight. I'll hook the intake plenum hose back up, and then we'll go start the engine. Okay, I've just run my blowers for 4 minutes. You'll never see me not run my blowers for at least 4 minutes. Okay, key in, and we'll get it primed. And we got gauges alive. Okay. 1000 RPM, got it just above idle. Oil pressure's good. Bolts are good. Bring it all the way back down to idle. Okay. Everything looks good. All right, so I'm gonna let that engine run for just a little bit. I don't like starting them and shutting them off right away without allowing them to at least come up to a fairly warm temperature. But I can't replace the left coil today. The other spare that I have on the boat, as you can see, used with external resistor. Can't use that one, so not gonna do a test cruise today. Probably could. Like I said, the left one's running fine, but I'd rather just replace them both before the next time I go out. So I'll get another ignition coil ordered, get that one replaced, and then we'll go on a test cruise the next time. So hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time on the Wisco Boater channel. Happy boating, everybody.